I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, where's the table? Aren't you guys going to be reviewing any food? Nope, not today. So the other day I was going through my phone, and I saw old video actually, of Cesar when we did our very first podcast almost a year ago. Remember that?
I do remember.
Now, what was funny is that Cesar was very reluctant to sharing his story. He was just like, hey, Nick, like, do I have to tell him everything? Like, I'm kind of embarrassed about it. And I'm just like, no, don't be embarrassed about it. Just share your story. And it actually worked out. So it's been a year now. So things are a little bit different. I have microphones. Whoa! Upgrade. I have a camera. Well, kind of, sort of. But I got a recorder. Why is it the recorder I had? I got a new T-shirt. I can afford a T-shirt. It's different now, you know? Cesar, how have things been in TFL for the last year? I mean, it's. I know some of your story, but someone else may not know. But what's some of the differences from last year to this year?
Well, a year ago, first of all, we were in a different place. We were not here a year ago. We were, next door.
Oh yeah, it was a smaller location.
Yeah, and we had no idea we'd be relocating next door within a year. It was just unexpected. Well, not unexpected. We saw the chance and we took it. And after that, it's just been a lot of continuous evolving of the gym and us adapting to a new space. And I'm sure you've seen that in your workouts. And not only that, but as well as new faces, because now we can fit more clientele per hour. So that means that our classes can get more popular.
Yes. They've been a lot bigger, a lot more popular. For the people who are familiar with the gym and who are listening to this and they're members of the gym, we're looking at the carpet right now. Hashtag save the carpet.
Yeah, we're going to have to change that soon. That's one of those things that I didn't see how, it's one of those mistakes that you do and you don't realize how it's going to turn out until you do it. So now I learned a lesson. So we're going to modify some things around here, in this place.
Well, it's part of the process, right? It's part of,
Mm-hmm.
Doing business. There's a lot of stuff that I did, last year that I was like, all right, maybe that wasn't smart, but, it's learning. You're also printing your shirts now.
Yeah, that's something that we started actually a couple of months ago. That's the newest thing we started. We've always, had a third-party individual to print our shirts, and it was just always a pain in the butt because, how you want things, not everyone could see for themselves. So you kind of had to always play the I hope he gets it right this time kind of game. And so we took that and we just said, let's just do it ourselves. So, yeah, we now, not manufacture t-shirts yet, but we, like what you're looking
prints.
at.
Like he prints that on shirts.
Yeah, like this. We could easily print that too, but, we didn't know. Well,
I asked you, and you were like, "Oh, I don't know."
Well, the thing is, we didn't have the machine to print. But more complicated designs like the superhero design, we had to get a different company to print that for us.
Okay, but now you have that.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to print this, you can print this.
Yeah, and that's an easy design too. It's not like it's complicated. It's
not
a lot of drawing in it.
I'm a very simple person.
Yeah, simplicity is good, as you guys know, and yeah, so we're here now. A year ago, and I had to say, the podcast that we did last year, it was the first time that I opened, my story to you guys, and ever since then, I felt in a way a little more comfortable thanks to Nick, in a way exploring my my roots and how it got me to where I am now.
Yeah, we were discussing prior to starting to record about some of the good stuff that's come from the podcast, and this is I think episode number 14. This is episode number 27.
Wow, look at that! Congrats, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, so that's 13 episodes later, right? We're here doing this, but one of the things that came from the podcast, I was telling Cesar, was after I heard your story, I was very inspired to commit more to coming to the gym, not necessarily because I didn't like working out, but I was just like, no, it was like, I'm not going to support you in your gym because, you know, you're a small business owner and you're making it happen. You're working and you work really hard. And from when I heard the story about you being laughed at the gym when you wore a suit, when someone told you to wear a suit because that's
you still remember that?
I'll never forget that because I can imagine how you felt, where you're going in thinking how that's how you're supposed to do it, right? Because it's an interview. You dress up in a suit, and then they're laughing at you. So that's what, you know, I guess kept me coming to the gym. And not only that, though, we work a lot together. Like, you know, we do the food for thought. We do a lot of videos together. I've filmed numerous videos in this gym and that gym, the old gym, which is next door. What else? We went to San Diego. Remember San Diego?
Yeah, that was for a marketing conference.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but at the same time, though, I was like, when Cesar was like, I feel like I'm with all the people who make those Facebook videos. They say, hey, you want to learn how to live this lifestyle?
Yeah. All the, you know, the 3-second, you know, the clickbait people that, you know, that make some videos about stuff.
But there were some actually people who actually were really good and genuine, so it wasn't just that. But not only that, though, this is where I think it's super important for everyone to share your story. Now, your story is yours. Don't make it up. Don't fabricate it. Stick to who you are. Now, this was, I think, when did you have that? Was it the 5K? What were we preparing
the
for?
The 5K, the Culver City Stairs?
No, not the Culver City Stairs. You were going to do a Downey 5K, and we were going to have we were going to do a Downey 5K, and the whole gym was going to get together, and we were going to work out. It ended up raining. People got scared, and one of the members committed and took, I guess, another TFL member who I didn't know at the time to go still run. And if you're watching, and if you're listening to this,
okay.
Lee is the person that I'm speaking about. So we went out there. We were running at I think it was Downey High School because Downey High School was open. Warren was closed because of the rain, and we just started chit chatting. And Lee introduced me to another TFL member, Sarah, who was there. I didn't know she was a TFL member till a little bit later. And we just started chit-chatting after we ran. We went to go eat breakfast, and I went with them. And I casually bring up the conversation because I'm always selfishly trying to promote myself. I was like, hey, have any of you heard the podcast I did with Cesar? And then Lee goes, yeah, I heard it. I go, oh, my God, Cesar works so hard. I go, I never knew a lot of the stuff that he shared. And like that actually like motivated me to like bring more people to the gym. So, Cesar, indirectly and directly, how many people has Lee brought to TFL?
Yeah, she's there for. She keeps always referring us to a lot of her friends and family and anybody she really she knows. So we thank you, Lee, for believing in your gym and wanting to share that belief that you have with others about us, TFL, you know, your gym, the last gym you'll ever need. But it's been maybe about 8 to 12 members that we know for a fact. You know, hey, Lee kept insisting, go. You have to go to the gym. Go meet Cesar. And thanks to Lee, people's lives are changing, and that's really a true legacy of TFL right there.
And that's pretty awesome. No. One thing I've also learned through the time of working with Cesar is that Cesar's really cheesy. But Cesar doesn't know any better. He was born in Mexico. You came over here when you were 16? 12. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, like, there's, like, a big gap. Like, he didn't experience, like, going to school here. And, a lot of school wasn't here. So, a lot of the cultures and habits that we have here are in America versus Mexico a little bit different. But no, though, yes, this gym does change lives. The fact that he opened up, shared his story, someone else heard it, inspired them, and then they turn around and refer 8 to 12 additional members to the gym. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like if you're in business and you're trying to get 8 to 12 new customers, I mean, you may have to spend $1,000 like in advertisement and things like that to get enough leads to get that like turnaround, right? I mean, for myself, I know it cost me, I don't know, $50 to get someone's information that I don't know off the internet on an advertisement. I mean, for me to get 8, it's 8 times 50.
Don't know.
Is that 400?
Yeah.
$400. I would have to spend $400 to get, and that's not even for sure getting 8 new customers. But yeah, stick to your story. Don't be shy. Share it, because you may find another lead that gets inspired because you work really hard and there's a lot of sacrifices that you had to be where you're at today. So, besides that, anything else that's... we have the juice bar now. You didn't have that before at the old gym.
Well, yeah, the whole process of the gym was, hey, we gotta make your gym experience as full as it can be. So obviously, as you know, nutrition is a very important component of your fitness quest. So we made it here. So if I can take care of one meal for you, which is your post-workout shake, I mean, that is something that I feel accomplished. If I know you're getting a good meal and
after the workout,
and after what happens after that, like I know you went to Morisco's Choice and you got sick.
Yeah,
right?
I did. I got food poisoning.
Yeah, I mean that's on you, but at least I give you a good meal here at my protein bar.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna get any slack either. Just so you guys know, I got food poisoning last week. I was out 2 days of work. It was just bad. And I remember Jessica, who's my fiance, who also comes to the gym. I asked her, when she went to the gym on Tuesday and I didn't come, and I was like, "Hey, did anyone ask for me?" She's like, "Yeah, they asked, but told me you were sick." I go, "Cesar say anything?" He's like, "No." I go, "I know the first thing he's gonna do is be like, well, that's what you get for eating out and not making your own food. You got food poisoning."
Especially seafood, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was whatever.
Mm-hmm. So let's take this chance to give people watching us right now like a quick, especially members, how the transition happened, because the transition happened so quickly, and it happened so fast. We had to take a lot of risks, and we had to take a lot of chances. And fortunately for us, it all worked out great. As you guys know, we were like next door, Suite 131. We moved next door to Suite 133. So the thing is, we didn't know that if you wanted to move next door, you had to technically apply for like a brand new business license. So that requires us to go back to the city and reapply for everything again so we can get relocated next door. And here's the thing. I wanted to move out of this shopping center. I was like this close to moving out. I was like, I'm not feeling this place anymore. And ever since I signed the lease 4 years ago, I kind of had a feeling that I was going to be elsewhere in Downey. I wanted to promenade. But that place, I was never able to get a chance to talk to someone over there. But here, this warehouse here in Downey came up. It popped up. Warehouse, it was going to be about 5,000 square feet.
It's really big.
Really huge. Very cheap too for a square foot. The only problem we had was parking. So it was going to be a Stewart & Gray and Bellflower.
Okay.
It was right on that corner. So what happened is that I really wanted it. I applied. I filled out all the paperwork. I was like, this is how it's going to be all set up. It had a shower. It had it took 2 restrooms in there. You had everything was in there. The problem was the parking.
And that's important, parking.
Yeah. So we fought a lot to get to that point. I fought a lot to get the city to say okay. But they just made it so difficult for me, and ultimately I had to say, I asked the city person, you just be honest with me. If I apply for the permit here at the warehouse, will I get it? She said no. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So I was bummed out. And then I was still here at the 131 suite. And then what happened after that is, here, some people had leased the place it was a 5-year lease. It was a wedding chapel. And for some reason, one day they just left. They just, disappeared. So that same day I called Richard, who is my landlord, and told him, hey, I'll take it. Here's my deposit again. Because for some reason I thought, it was meant to happen. I wasn't meant to get that, but just, wait for the right timing to come next door.
Keep it in front.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was that story. And we had to wait 3 months to get the permit. And question is, how do you stay open in business while, waiting for your permit to get here?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Well, at TFL, as you guys know, we always make things happen.
I like your plugs.
So that's a quick story of how we moved, and everything else ever since has been a lot of, like continuous building, which reminds me that, I don't think this place will ever be done. We'll, complete something like, where like the windows and, the big We Change Lives outside when the windows.
Oh, I know. That was We Changed like something. It was like We Changed Live. We had the E and the S were gone.
Yeah, so that was a problem of itself. If you guys are planning on putting decal on your windows, measure the damn window.
I would think that's basic, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, we use the app on the iPhone that measures your stuff. That thing is so wrong. It was so wrong, and ultimately we had to resize everything, and it was like a puzzle, especially because we have here like 30 windows that we had to fill in. But yeah, that was a big, thing that we had to do.
Yeah, there's nothing like a good tape measure.
Yeah. Well, now we know.
Part of the process of being an entrepreneur.
And hint, here's the thing.
Ooh,
according to the city laws or city, regulations, only 10% of the window can be covered.
Only 10% of the window could be covered?
Yeah, so if a window can only be covered for 10%. And, well, guys, all I can tell you is that first get the permit and then the windows. Well, yeah, I mean, simple as that.
I know.
Some of those windows were not fully covered back then.
Yeah, they weren't.
Uh-huh.
Now I know why.
Yeah, well, now you know why.